So let's just say it's been a very poor start for the Chicago Bears, a team that had tons of hype in the offseason. They had some of the most cap space in the NFL. They spent it on a ton of free agents on defense, on the offensive line. They use a number 10 pick on a right tackle to hopefully help Justin Fields, allow him to be hit much less this season. And now they come in and they start off 0-2. And this week there was tons of controversy, tons of things going on with the Chicago Bears. And so far, it has not really gone the way I think that the Bears organization hoped it would. Bears fans hoped it would. And when you look at the state of the Bears and their current situation, there are just so many different things that have gone wrong. And I don't think you can take, put a magnifying glass on one thing and say this is the reason the Bears are losing. This is the reason they haven't been able to find the success that many of the Bears fans at least thought they would have in 2023. It's sort of all over the place. I think you can put some blame on Justin Fields. We'll get into that. You can put some blame onto Luke Getsy, the offensive coordinator. You can put some blame on the defense, put some blame on the GM. I mean, blame is to go around everywhere because there are so many different issues on this Chicago Bears team, which has led to them starting off 0-2. First off, when we look at Justin Fields, obviously the comment made this week got blown up a ton where he was talking about like he was playing robotic. He goes on to basically say he's getting a lot of information and it's basically hard for him to play free. And that makes sense. The coaches are probably giving him tips and things and saying, watch out for this, watch out for this. And it's sort of forcing him to maybe think too much and not allow him to just play free like he has in the past. And I think it's easy to say, okay, well, maybe the offensive coordinator needs to do a better job and just sort of let Justin Fields be Justin Fields, let him run a ton. He ran a ton last year. But here's the thing. Sure, Justin Fields was lighting up the league last year with his legs, running for, a little over 1,100 yards. And that's awesome and all. But they were the worst team in the NFL when Justin Fields was running all over the place. So it's not shocking to see that this season, with the addition of DJ Moore, the Bears' plan right now seems to be let Justin Fields pass more from the pocket. And I've seen lots of talk of, well, that's not really where he's strong at. They need to bring in some more running plays for him, which I understand. But when you look at what happened last year, and it led to you being the worst team in the league, I think going right back to that is not really a solution. I think that you trade for DJ Moore because you hope that Justin Fields can be that elite kind of passer, which he has not shown so far. He has not shown yet in his career. And there were lots of excuses for Fields in the past, that his offensive line wasn't good, that he didn't have the weapons. In this offseason, there seemed to be this belief that, okay, he has a weapon now. That's a plus. He has a better offensive line. That's a plus. But so far, it hasn't led to an improved success. If you look at Fields' stats through 2 games, 427 yards, 2 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, the 28th ranked passer rating in the NFL. If you look at last year, he had the 27th ranked passer rating in the NFL. And when you watch him play, there are moments in this past game against the Buccaneers where you're like, that was a nice play. That was a nice play. There were plenty of nice plays. The first drive was perfect. They scored a touchdown. DJ Moore did have over 100 yards. But the thing with Fields, at least in this past game, is he just doesn't have that consistency because there are plays where, he makes the right read, nice timing, but there are lots of other plays where he sits back too long, allows the pass rusher to get to him. He sits back too long, doesn't hit his guy open. There are plenty of plays you could see floating around the internet of DJ Moore being open, going like this, like give me the ball, and he seems frustrated. But clearly, there are some issues here in Chicago, and I don't think it's an easy fix because I think you could blame Luke Getsy, but I think that the Bears know that if they want to have success in the league, your quarterback needs to be able to throw the ball consistently, make the right reads, play in timing, play on the offense, play in the offense. And so far in his career, Justin Fields has not shown that. He's 5-22, and he's now in his 3rd season, and this is definitely a make or break year for Justin Fields. And lots of the people in Chicago, probably Luke Getsy in his 2nd year as coordinator. And if Fields doesn't have a great year this season, if the Bears are as bad as they were last year, and Fields doesn't take that next step forward, it wouldn't be shocking to see the Bears utilize their 2 first-round picks and try to make a different move at quarterback because Fields has been given lots of opportunity. Maybe he's not in the best situation, but still at the same time, you would like to see that improvement. Still, it's only been 2 games. That's not to say they can't fix things up, but considering we've seen Fields struggle to consistently be a top-tier passer in his entire career, and now in 2 games, we've seen that struggle as well. It sort of seems to me, at least right now, that the Fields just, unfortunately, isn't a great passer in this league. And I don't think all the blame goes on Fields. I'm not trying to say that he's the sole reason the Bears are 0-2. It's still early in the season. But this offensive line has also struggled. I know there are lots of times where Fields sits back in the pocket. There were multiple sacks last game where he's sitting back there, runs into maybe 2 or 3 sacks. But there are plenty of other plays, maybe even more plays, where the Buccaneers defensive line was manhandling the Bears offensive line. There were multiple plays where Fields didn't have time back there, just gets smacked, gets clocked, lots of pressure in his face. And so if Justin Fields had the play of the offensive line of like a Green Bay, who so far has really pass blocked at least for Jordan Love very, very well. If Fields had that kind of protection, I think he would look better than he's looked so far. The offensive line has definitely struggled, but Fields adds to that on the plays when he doesn't get the ball out quickly, when he sits back there a very long time, and then allows the pressure to get to him. So there's lots of issues here. And even to now, you look at their left tackle, Braxton Jones, placed on the IR. He did miss a ton of blocks on Sunday there that I saw, at least a few. And you look at their defense, they added tons of defensive players, 2 top-tier linebackers, and right now they're the 31st ranked scoring defense in the NFL. So nothing is going right for Chicago. I think there was this idea, me as a Packers fan, this idea that the Bears were somehow going to flip the Packers, that Aaron Rodgers was gone, Fields is now entering his year 3, he's going to take a jump with DJ Moore, the offensive line. But right now, it's not looking like that's going to happen. It's looking like the Bears have too many issues. I don't see how they're all going to get fixed. Maybe you fix one here, one there, but everything coming together suddenly, I don't see that happening. It seems like there's lots of issues here. And with all the talk in the media this week, their GM even spoke to the media. I think it was today, I believe. But he said, I can't be more clear than this. No one in our entire building, none of our coaches see Justin as a finger pointer at all, responding to the talk about Justin Fields. And then Poles also said about Fields, now he gets talent around him and has to figure and balance when to do these cool things athletically, when to lean on others, and that is sometimes a great place to live in, and that takes time. So Poles saying that because Love has some new weapons here, DJ Moore, and because he's so athletic, he needs time to develop and grow. The thing is, just the reality of the situation is that Fields doesn't have that much time. I mean, this is sort of a make or break year for him because the Bears themselves have a big decision to make after this season. They have to decide, is Fields our guy? Or has he shown that in 3 seasons, he hasn't been able to get it done, and they need to go another route with their draft capital and try to sort of start over here. It's been tough for the Bears at the quarterback position for a very long time. Right now, the issue doesn't look solved. We'll see in the next few weeks if they're able to fix the current issues, but right now, it's tough going in Chicago. But that is all for this one. If you guys want to follow for more NFL videos, things like this, feel free to subscribe down below. Drop a like on the video if you enjoyed it. But that is it for this one, and I'll see you guys next time.